Good afternoon, namaste. Thought I would read again a little from Kundalini Hell to Heaven, the truth of your being. What is the truth of your being? What is mind? Is it a physical thing? Let us first look here. What is the mind comprised of? Is not the mind comprised of thoughts? And just what are thoughts? Are they some concrete existence? No. Thoughts come and go, like waves on the sea. First one thought is there, and then another, and so on, and so on. One arises and falls, and then the next, and so on, infinitum. But there can only be one thought that makes its appearance at a time. Sometimes these thoughts will start in a whirlpool, one after another, just going around and around until you're dizzy and disoriented from the sheer continued motion and circling around and around. But look at it again. Even though there are certain thought patterns which keep appearing and cycling, they ultimately come and go. If they come and go, they are not concrete in nature, but fluid. And like waves on the ocean, they can appear like a ripple, or with enough energy, can appear as a tidal wave pulling you out to the sea of emotion and fear and despair, only because they have touched upon an illusion of truth. They come and rock your world, creating waves in your reality. Let us continue on in this search until we uncover the reality that cannot be shaken. When you come to the truth, you will be set free, as truth is always and is the basis for all of creation. All has proceeded from truth. Illusions, being what they are in the end, must disappear. When the illusion is uncovered, it ceases to be. So, we see that mind is comprised of individual thoughts, which come and go, one thought manifesting at a time. So mind is not concrete in nature. Mind is an illusion. Mind has no substance. So let us move on now to thought. What is thought? Thought also has no concrete nature. So exactly what and where do thoughts manifest from? They have no substance. They arise from nowhere and return to nowhere. So why is so much importance given to something which goes from nowhere to nowhere? When it leaves our awareness and perception, where does it go? It only has life while in the framework of our perception. When these thoughts float into our awareness, what happens? We give it life then by ascribing emotions to it. When a thought comes in, if you look at it and dwell on it, does it not elicit an emotion? So, this emotion gives the thought life for that moment in time. Let us follow the emotion. Emotions come and they go. They are something that are particular to you alone. No one else feels your emotion but you. Others may see a reaction to an emotion, but the emotion itself is yours alone. Is emotion a concrete thing? No. You cannot have an emotion that lives independently on its own. You're the one that gives it life. Your attention to it gives it life and energy. And once again, emotions come and go like waves on an ocean, in and out, high tide and low tide. And since they are transient in nature, they are not the reality of your being. They are but ripples on the sea of consciousness. One emotion arises and is there for some time until replaced by another emotion. Once again, they are only ripples without any concrete form. Emotions are created and held in place by mind and thought. And we have already seen that mind and thought have no substance and are only passing illusions. And these illusions create and sustain all the illusions that keep us bound. So, let us review. We know we are not the physical body. If you see something, are you that which is being seen? Is the body that which is watching itself? Nor can we be the mind which is created by thoughts, nor are we the individual thoughts, nor are we the conglomerate of thoughts. If we are neither of these, then it follows we also cannot be the emotion which the mind and thoughts create and sustain. And isn't our whole persona just made up and held together by all these illusions of mind, thought, and emotion? So let us keep going and seeing just what's left. My goodness, do I even exist at all? I think it's safe to say yes. You do exist, but just not the way that you thought and perceived. So when we take away the body, the mind, the thoughts, the emotions, just what's left? The truth of your being. How do you know you have thoughts? How do you know you dream at night? Or that there was no dream? It is because of conscious awareness. You are this conscious awareness. It sees the thoughts, but it's not the thoughts. It's aware of the emotions, but it's not the emotions. It's aware of form, but it's not form. It is not concrete in nature, yet clearly it is. You are in fact no body, and you are no thing. You are awareness, energy, vibration, truth, and bliss. And these are eternal in nature. They are that which creates and sustains existence, all form, while appearing and disappearing, is created by these alone, and therefore always exists. The form may change, but it's eternal, for it never was the concrete illusion of truth which we see. See beyond the form to the formless. See beyond the illusions of truth to the reality of truth. Now, let us continue onward, shall we? Now we come to the point of putting it all together. Since we are in reality consciousness, awareness, and energy, vibration, truth, and bliss, just what thought or emotion or physical happening can touch us? Let's look at that again. Since we are in reality conscious awareness, energy, vibration, truth and bliss, just what thought or emotion or physical happening can touch us. None can truly touch our essence. All of the preconceived traumas and hurts have happened only to this body, and you are not this body. This is how we diffuse the bondage. When the pain comes again, go into it. Go to the root of it. There is nothing to go into the fear fully and see that when you reach the end of it, that it will just dissipate, as it is only comprised of illusions of truth. So let's say that again. When the pain comes again, go into it. Go to the very root of it. There's nothing but to go into the fear fully and see that when you reach the end of it, it will just dissipate, as it is only comprised of illusions of truth. When thoughts come and go, just see them as passing clouds with no substance. Do not give them form and life. Let them come and go like waves on the ocean. Instead of being carried away by a tidal wave, get in the boat, float downstream, and enjoy the ride. So let's look at that again. Instead of being carried away by a tidal wave, get in the boat, float downstream, and enjoy the ride. When you drop the mind of thoughts and illusions, you will reach the still waters of peace, which passes all understanding. You'll be the everlasting waters. You will not thirst again. You alone create the fears and bondages of life. And you have the power to let all of them go. Just go into the illusion, and it will dissipate before your very eyes. You will not cease to exist, nor will you find more bondage. What you will find is the doorway to freedom. You have never truly been born, nor have you died. You are beyond these forms of plays of life. All of this is created by mind and thought. So go beyond all these illusions to what and who you truly are. Live life to the fullest. You are here to explore and be existence. So drop all the self-doubt and the illusions of truth which keep you going around and around and around. You are life. You are bliss. Drop the elusive mind and thought. You are Sat Chit Anand. This is the truth of your being. And what in reality can harm this truth? Nothing at all. So I hope you have enjoyed this rendering of the truth of your being, and I hope it gives you a moment to think about it, to begin to observe, to go into witness state, watch these things come and go to the root of it all. Dive deep in, go to the root of it, so one can dispel the illusions of mind, thought, and attachment to form. Namaste. Have a wonderful afternoon.